In the first segment, you used the term woke, and you said that woke is what was sort of ruining everything.
No, I didn't say ruining everything. I said that's why Trump could get reelected.
That's why Trump could get reelected.
Yeah.
Woke is a word used by the black community to note that we must be aware of social injustices.
But words migrate.
Why is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing, and originally that was absolutely a great thing. Alert to injustice. Who's not for that? But words do migrate.
At all concerned about the fact that the International Criminal Court just today issued a subpoena for Bibi Netanyahu?
Well, that's ridiculous.
Bill Maher didn't just push back against Sunny Hostin, he completely dismantled her argument and the entire woke Hollywood agenda with sharp wit and laser precision. His takedown was so on point that it left the audience in stunned silence. And here's the kicker. Despite both being on the left, Maher made it crystal clear that he's not playing by the woke rulebook. He didn't just challenge Hostin, he exposed the cracks in the narrative for everyone watching.
In the first segment, you used the term woke, and you said that woke is what was sort of ruining everything. And I know that you're...
No, I didn't say ruining everything. I said that's why Trump could get reelected.
That's why Trump could get reelected.
What exactly did Bill Maher say that sent Hollywood's woke crowd into a full-blown meltdown? And could this showdown be the spark that reshapes the growing divide on the left? Buckle up, because we're breaking it all down piece by piece. Trust me, you won't want to miss this.
If I had any doubt that I was right about the change that's happened in the left, watching people protest for an organization like Hamas, that straightened me up pretty quick.
The Bill Maher recently appeared on The View to promote his new book, but what started as a routine PR stop quickly turned into a heated showdown. No one expected it when Maher, a staunch liberal, took aim at his own side, leaving the panel and the audience stunned. It was less of a friendly chat and more of a reality check, and this time, the woke crowd was the one getting grilled. Things escalated fast when Sunny Hostin tried to pin Maher down with a loaded question about why he was weaponizing the term woke. And that's when the real fireworks began.
It struck me that in the first segment, you used the term woke, and you said that woke is what was sort of ruining everything. And I know that you're...
No, I didn't say ruining everything. I said that's why Trump could get reelected.
That's why Trump could get reelected.
Yeah.
So the term woke has been, in my view, co-opted by the right and weaponized and bastardized. And so I was surprised to hear you use the term, because historically, as you know, because I think you're quite brilliant, that woke is a word used by the black community to note that we must be aware of social injustices.
But words migrate.
So why is that a bad thing?
Hostin thought she was setting up a power move, subtly trying to frame Maher as a hypocrite, an outsider turning against a culture he once embraced, but Maher wasn't having it. He saw the trap from a mile away and had no intention of playing along with the woke mob's favorite tactic, twisting words to box their opponents in. Instead, he flipped the script, making it clear that he wasn't attacking progress. He was calling out the extremes. And just like that, the conversation took a turn no one saw coming.
A bad thing, and originally that was absolutely a great thing. Alert to injustice. Who's not for that? But words do migrate. Now, I'll use any term you want.
Okay.
Because maybe that is a word that's triggering, and so let's not use that word. I don't know, want to call it the super far left?
Maher's first move was pure strategy. He sidestepped Hostin's trap with ease, pointing out that language evolves and words take on new meanings over time. Rather than getting bogged down in its original definition, he embraced the version critics now associate with woke. Hostin probably thought she had him cornered, ready to expose some kind of hypocrisy. But instead, she walked straight into his setup. Maher flipped the script effortlessly, turning her argument against her and leaving her stuck in the very trap she had laid.
But don't tell me that the left hasn't changed. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm old enough to remember when it was the conservatives who hated the Jews.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a joke. But,
Too dark.
Well, maybe it is, but it's true. I mean, you know, if I had any doubt that I was right about the change that's happened in the left, watching people protest for an organization like Hamas, that straightened me up pretty quick.
Did you catch that? Bill Maher, a lifelong liberal, didn't hold back when he called out the woke crowd for backing Hamas. He admitted that seeing this shift made him take a step back. Meanwhile, these so-called activists attack Israelis for simply existing while openly cheering for Hamas, a group the US, EU, and other nations have officially designated as a terrorist organization. For all his left-leaning views, even Maher is stunned by the sheer hypocrisy and insanity of it all.
I mean, it's just astounding to me that they can't tell the good guys from the bad guys. I mean, just morally. I mean, let me tell you, if you're for Hamas, just live in Gaza for a day. And I'm not talking about while the war is on. I mean, before the war. Trust me, you would go running and screaming and begging to live in Tel Aviv, a place that has your values.
Most of the women on The View, Hostin included, would choose Israel over Palestine without hesitation. Israel's values align far more with American culture, making it the obvious choice. Let's be real, none of these so-called woke warriors would last 5 minutes under Palestine's oppressive laws that strip women of basic freedoms. Maher didn't let that slide. He called out the hypocrisy head-on, exposing the woke crowd's blatant double standards. They attack Israel non-stop, but wouldn't last a day living under the rules they conveniently ignore. The irony was brutal, and Maher's takedown left them completely stunned.
I mean, women have no, I mean, this is a show watched by a lot of women. Women have no rights in this place, and a lot of majority Muslim countries around the world. I mean, there is no equal rights as far as speech, dress, opportunities for education, reproductive rights, freedom from sexual violence, freedom from harassment.
The LGBTQ community as well.
Yes. That too. But you throw around the term apartheid. There is a gender apartheid in a lot of the world where women are second-class citizens at best.
Maher landed another brutal blow by exposing the massive gender rights gap in many Muslim-majority countries. The same ones the woke crowd rushes to defend. He all but dared Hostin and her panel to hop on a plane and experience firsthand how women are stripped of basic freedoms. It was a subtle but devastating uppercut, leaving them scrambling for a comeback. Their go-to move? Playing the "we're just bystanders, Ken Bertimenti Damandi Warch" card, hoping to trap Maher again. But he doesn't fold under pressure. If they thought he'd back down, they were in for yet another hard reality check.
All concerned about the innocent civilians that have been collectively punished and murdered, largely children and women. And are you at all concerned about the fact that the International Criminal Court just today issued a subpoena for Bibi Netanyahu?
Hostin quickly realized that Maher had completely dismantled her argument about why a true leftist like him wouldn't embrace woke culture. Desperate to regain control, she pivoted, trying to paint him as someone who condones violence against innocent civilians. It was a textbook woke strategy. When the argument crumbles, shift to a character attack. But Maher saw it coming. He didn't flinch, firing back with a sharp rebuttal that tore her tactic to shreds. His response wasn't just a counterpoint, it was a masterstroke, exposing the shallow debate tactics for exactly what they were.
Well, that's ridiculous, but because they were and they're defending themselves. Now, do you think Hamas needs to be
Hostin quickly realized Maher had just obliterated her argument about why a true leftist like him refuses to support woke culture. In a last-ditch effort to regain control, she pulled a classic move, trying to paint him as someone who condones violence against innocent civilians. It was straight out of the woke playbook. When the argument falls apart, shift to moral posturing. But Maher wasn't having it. He saw it coming from a mile away and fired back with a devastating response that left Hostin's weak strategy and the entire woke narrative in ruins. And here's the kicker. Maher's takedown wasn't just brutal, it was a masterclass in exposing bad faith arguments. Pay attention, folks.
This is the question.
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
So how can we get that with a ceasefire?
All right. So Hamas needs to be destroyed because they are a terrorist organization who say openly that they want to commit genocide on the Jewish people, on the state of Israel. That's what from the river to the sea means. Okay? And they say it very openly. They said, we did this. They've attacked Israel 5 times. They've started 5 wars since they were given that land back. They could have chosen to turn that place into any place they wanted to, and they took a lot of money that they took from the international community and they spent it on bombs and building tunnels.
Hostin is completely tongue-tied as Maher delivers a scorching takedown, leaving her with nowhere to run. But the show's far from over. Buckle up, because Maher isn't done yet, and the next truth bomb he's about to drop might just be the most explosive one yet.
Let's see what explosive gem he drops next.
So if they need to be destroyed, how do we do that? I don't know how to do that, and you don't know how to do that. I assume the allegedly. Of course, everybody is, but that's what happens in a war. Here's a way to stop that. Stop it, Israel.
And then it happened. A truth bomb delivered with Bill Maher's signature calm precision. The audience erupted in applause. Everyone except Hostin, who sat there stunned, like a deer caught in the headlights. Maher dismantled the woke mindset so thoroughly that even the View's typically left-leaning crowd couldn't help but cheer him on. He knows the woke playbook inside and out, exposing its contradictions with pinpoint accuracy. But he wasn't done yet. He saved his best shot for last. When Whoopi asked if the media twist the news to fit a narrative, Maher's response was nothing short of a masterclass. Just listen to this.